inadequate regulation lead
overfishing and waste.
were over
The 1997 Asian financial crisis severely affected Indonesia, exposing deep structural weakness in its banking system. Rapid financial liberalization without adequate regulation led to poor governance, expensive foreign currency borrowing, and risky lending practice. When the rupiah collapsed, many banks become insolvent, triggering a system banking crisis that contributes to broader economic meltdown. The highlight the urgent need for stronger financial oversight and reform.
Nine mobile banking system failure. And one poor credit practice moral hazard. Many banks extend loans to their own business group conglomerate, lending without proper risk assessment and asset quality decline and non-performing loans NPL and grade supply. And two, overvision and wage supervision by Bank Indonesia. Many banks expand report but where financial unsound, Bank Indonesia failed to conduct effective oversight due to limit regulation and lack of independence. And number three, dependence on foreign debt. Many companies and banks borrowed in US dollars, and when the rupiah depreciated, debt burden short, resulting in defaults.
financial crisis that swept through the region in 1997 to 1998 delivered a devastating blow to Indonesian banking sector, during a series of events that led a national economic collapse. One of the most significant impact was the massive bank liquidation undertaken by the government as a restitution effort. This measure took in intended to restore health to the banking system, paradoxically caused widespread panic among the public and further around confidence. Customers rushed to withdraw their funds, creating a bank run that accelerated the downfall of other banks, even those that were over otherwise sound. Simultaneously, even Indonesian banks faced a dramatic surge in non-performing loans (NPLs). Many companies struggle to repay their debts as the rupiah value against the US dollar plummeted. The domestic interest rates skyrocketed, and consequently the NPL ratio in the banking industry reached unprecedented levels, crippling banks' ability to exit new credit and bringing the economy to grinding halt. The combination of bank liquidation and soaring NPLs ultimately led to a national economic collapse. The real sector, heavily reliant on bank financing, was severely impacted. Many businesses went bankrupt, uh, unemployed surged, and public purchasing power drastically declined. This crisis also exposed structural weakness in Indonesian banking system and regulation, ultimately prompting major reform and establishment of institutions like the Indonesia Bank Restructuring Agency (EBRA) to manage distressed assets and restore the health of the national banking sector.
So the conclusion from the Indonesian banking crisis was the result of accumulated structural weakness in the financial system, exacerbated by the external shock of the Asian monetary crisis. Financial liberalization without adequate supervision, reckless foreign currency lending, and weak banking governance create significant vulnerabilities. The impact was widespread, leading to a national economic collapse and deep crisis of confidence. The crisis offers an important lesson on the need to strengthen regulation, governance, and oversight of the financial sector to prevent similar events in the future. So that's all from us. Thank you, guys.